In this video, we are going to see how to create the path between starting and ending point and how to create isochrones in QGIS. So the first thing, we need to make sure we have this plugin installed with us, which is ORS tool, Open Root Services. Make sure this plugin is installed and you have an account on the website. So once you have this installed, it's look like the interface will look over here in the web ORS tools. We have two options here. You have an option to see quickly the fastest, shortest recommended path between the points. You can add the points from here. But in this tutorial, we are dealing with these two features which are available in the processing tools. We'll use directions from two layers. Two layers means one layer is starting, one is ending. Then isochrones. Isochrones, you have an option to create isochrone from a point layer or a layer. From a point or a layer. So we will be using a layer. We will create points, starting points, ending points, and then we will create isochrones from layer. We will also use the direction point two layer. Two layer means we need to establish two points, two layers. One will represent starting point and the other will represent the ending point. So let's start. We'll close this. To create a layer, you have to make sure you go here. There are two ways you can go to layer, add a layer from here as a shapefile, or you can click directly to add a shapefile, which is from here. Now, once you click here, you have to give a name to the file. Let's call it A, which is the starting point. And then we have to give the type of the layer, which is a point, it can be a line or a polygon. Point represents stationary objects on the map. Line represents route, or which can be a road, a path, and a polygon will represent an area or a zone. For this example, we will be using point 4326 projection. I need to change it right now. Click OK. And once we are here, you see a new layer has created. We have to move to edit mode. Edit mode, toggle editing on, then create a point A. So in this example, I'm going to create a point A in this city right over here. And I will give it a name ID. Let's say it's called ID. Then I have to click toggle editing off, set the layer, and add another layer. Because as you remember, I were working in two layers. Again, a point, file, and the point B, I'm creating it over here in this city, right over here. So I'm going to edit and a point right over here. And I call this 20. So now I have the two layers set up. I will again toggle editing off, save the layer. So now we have both layers. I think that the color of both these is very same. I can change the layer color. Two layers. Let's make it properties, symbology, and let's make it red. And the B point, let's make it blue, so that it's easily we can differentiate between 2 points. Otherwise, because the color was very similar to each other. So now you can see it's now A and B. By the way, you can also increase the size of these points. So in the same way, you can go to symbology and you can change the size to 3 and maybe 4 just to make it a little bigger. Similarly, so you have to work around the one that works best for you. Apply. So now we have the 2 points set up, A and B. We are ready to proceed to the objective of the video, which is to use directions and the isochrones. So we go to web, RS tools, we go to processing, and then in processing I want to point to layer. I have to give a starting point and ending point. So the starting point is point A in this case, and the ending point is point B. So what route do I want? Fastest, shortest, recommended. So I go to fastest and click on algorithm 2 point starting finished. Let's close it down. Close it down and close. So now the route has been created, but the color is not quite visible to the map. So we have to right click here, the properties, and in the color, let's make it color that we can see easily. Let's say it's green. Let's make it green and change the width to 1. Click apply. Click OK. So now you see we have a fastest route from A to B loaded for us from here to here. This is showing the route which is fastest from this point to the ending. And if you want to see the distance, you can right click on the layer, right click open attribute table, and you have the fastest route by car. You have the duration and the distance. The distance 378, the duration 3.48. 3.47. If you go divide this distance over time, you can get travel speed for this route. Similarly, if I go back again to that tool, point tool here, and this time I add A and B, A and B, and the ending point layer, and starting this was A is starting and B is ending, and instead of fastest, let me see the shortest, and I click run, let it run, close, and again I need to make sure it's visible. Right click properties, color, and let's say we call make it like maroon, so we can see it clearly on the map, and change it to 1. Click apply, and here you go. You can see now clearly the shortest path from A to B. The good thing about using this way is you don't uh, have to put the point starting and ending manually, which can never be the same. In this way, you are creating the exact same and ending point for comparison purposes. So the green was the fastest, and the red one is the shortest. So let's see the comparison between the. Let's see first of all that is what was the distance in the fastest. It was 378 kilometers, and what's the distance shortest should be smaller than the previous, which is yes, it is 324.6. So it is in fact the shortest. And again, you want to get the speed, divide the distance over time to get the speed. So this is another way to find fastest and shortest path. And the other thing is, let's see if we want to see the isochrones. We go back again to RS tools, and we go isochrone from point or layer. We will use layer because we created 2 layers, A and B. So let's click on the layer. Which layer do we want? I want to see on A. And you have to this 2 isochrones is time or distance. So we have to specify how much, if you want to see that how much you can walk. You can give the time intervals in which it will show you the area that you can cover in this interval of time. So you have to put the time in minutes, 5, 10, 15. Give the value after a comma. Similarly, you can also give distance here in meters. The distance will be in meters. So let's say if you want to see the how much we can travel in 10, 20, 10, comma space 20, space 30. So the first one, and let's click run. So as soon as I click run, it shown me the time. You can see it here, 10, 20, 30, 3 different isochrones, which showing us how much distance we can travel from this point in 10, 20 and 30 minutes.